Hello, America. Welcome to the show we went for. Celebrate Live. This is the 113th edition, also called the First Amendment edition. Mr. Olet, Mr. Washington, Pastor Arthur, thank you for allowing me to talk about the American Constitution. 1776, the independence of America. 1791, America joined the world, joined the United Nations to sign up on the Declaration of the Human Rights. So let the Bill of Rights, Pastor, the First Amendment, make America one of the most beautiful countries of the world. Make America also one of the most democratic countries of the world. You wonder why millions trying to come to America. 15 years ago, I want to come to America and I'm here now. If for some reason they send me home, I'll do anything legally to go back to that country. Because I know that here, we enjoy freedom, we enjoy liberty, we enjoy personal happiness. I learned that we have 90,000 paid reporters in America. Imagine, 90,000 paid reporters in America, not including those who work for free. First Amendment is something that America value, and most of American reporters are ready to go and work in trouble places, and sometimes they face the ultimate punishment. That's the case of Mr. Foley. Last week, I was honored to be at the party where they give the award to the family on his behalf. Mr. Olet, America is at war, and you know that we have two former defense secretary who writing the books now talking about the secrecy of the administration. We need to be worried. While we are here to appreciate the First Amendment, to enjoy it, let's ask our pastor here to lead us in opening prayer. Pastor, please lead us in that circumstance.
Inclinons-nous pour la prière. Je me suis sans cesse conduit avec vous, servant le Seigneur en toute humilité, avec l'âme au milieu des épreuves. Celui qui est humble sert Dieu de tout son cœur, en acceptant de tout cela comme la volonté parfaite de Dieu. Seigneur, nous te demandons de bénir ton assistance ici présent, afin que tu nous montres par ta parole et que tu nous montres par tout l'orgueil peut se cacher dans nos cœurs, pour que l'humilité de Christ puisse vraiment nous remplir. Au nom de Jésus, nous te prions.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Olet. Thank you, Pastor Arthur. Thank you, Mr. Washington. Thank you, our staff here. Thank you to Manchester Public Television at large. And thank you to all people living in New Hampshire. And thank you to the world for allowing us to talk today about something that's very precious, the First Amendment. And I've been coming in that program for a lot of time to talk about how great is America, the genius of the founding father, and today again it's an opportunity to talk about that. When America was born, there was still slave. I told that, I spoke that on my speech for Thanksgiving last year. But later on, they understand that they need to work on things and to make it an equal society. It is not perfect. But the Bill of Rights, the Bill of Rights set the tone to make America a perfect country. And a perfect country. When I was coming here, I was talking to our friend. He's our guest today. His name is Washington. And you wonder, I asked him when he came on my program for the first time, why they call you Washington? He said, my uncles, when I was born, decide tell my father, call him Washington. So that's mean the word of America, the genius of America is not only spoken in here at Celebrate Live. It's spoken in all neighborhood around the world. Am I right, Mr. Washington?
Oui.
It's an honor to see you again on Celebrate Live and to welcome you, Mr. Washington. Thank you all for being here.
Oui.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thanks.
Mr. Olet, an American tradition, so I call it today. Is an exaggeration? Do you think I exaggerate when I say it's a tradition for America, the First Amendment?
Well, I don't know if I'd call it a tradition, but it was based by our founding fathers as a Bill of Rights to make sure that in the future we would keep our rights. And to this day, even though we have the Bill of Rights, there are always people trying to take away a little bit here, a little bit there. And so far, so good. The Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the Supreme Court has kind of basically kept it. But the Supreme Court isn't like they used to be anymore. They do one thing for one state and do another for another, and that's a contradictory. So people today are afraid of losing their Constitution. And if we don't, as an American, as American people, if we don't watch our politicians, we could very well lose some of them. So we're coming in an age where there are people that want us to lose some of our freedoms, and they work hard for it. So we need to continue making sure that we elect people that will defend the Constitution and the Bill of Rights.
Thank you very much. And as I said, it was an honor for me and for Pastor Arthur and for Mr. Ole too, because I told you I was going to that event to see how when they are going to deliver the order to the family on behalf of the son. And I think that at this point we should take a 1 minute silence to honor his work, his sacrifice he made on behalf of America and on behalf of the world.
In fact, Pierre, there was another beheading over the weekend. Another American, a 26-year-old. ISIS has got to go. It's not the society that we want to live in the world.
Yeah, and I think we're taking step.
We're doing well because this last film that they showed last night was totally different. They weren't hiding themselves in the desert because they can't anymore. So you knew exactly what city they were in. We had to pinpoint because of the buildings.
Yeah.
And they weren't careful this time because they didn't have time to prepare. So they are on the run. They're not stopped, but they are on the run.
And they also a general, I think the Joint Chief of Staff will show up on a special unannounced visit to Baghdad, and they said maybe food on the ground could be part of that plan. And I've been coming on that program several times and remind you that the cost of being an American citizen, the moral responsibility that we carry on, and every day we feel that. We are in conflict in those countries for almost 13 years, and now at this point we feel that leaning toward putting everything on the table. So we cannot thank enough the American people for the support, not only in terms of money, but also in terms of encouraging, supporting the kids who decide to join the armed force. So I know you're working on a nice video for us for the First Amendment. I think it's time to...
It's not ready yet.
Ask Washington, what do you have in mind? Welcome to America.
Thanks.
Bienvenue en Amérique.
Merci.
Qu'est-ce que tu as en tête?
Moi,
Quelle est votre impression?
l'impression d'ici,
Yeah. The impression of here?
j'aimerais continuer avec les études tout simplement.
I want to go to school here to continue with study.
Because if you study, your life is gonna be better one day.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And again, thank you for being in attendance. Pastor, your reaction? I call it. What's your input today? I call First Amendment.
I'm very
I know you
happy.
practice law in Haiti. Before you join our ministry here, you practice law in Haiti. Maybe not like the president who taught the Constitution. So how you balance, how you see draw a parallel in 2 minutes between the Haitian First Amendment in Haiti and not First Amendment, the freedom of press in Haiti and freedom of speech in America.
Okay. Before I start, so I'm very glad to be at the first amendment even for the family one, Jim Foley, last week. It was a good ceremony. It was my first as a pastor, as a religious guy, to participate with the 12th amendment for Jim Foley. You see, I used to practice law in Haiti. I used to be a lawyer. I used to go to defend people to the court. I passed over 10 years in the Haitian system judiciary to go to the different court, even in the capital, in Port-au-Prince, even in the some city like I, province. So you asked me about which difference between
freedom of speech or religion or what's parallel looking with job between those two countries?
But that's different. Haiti, used to be part of a dictatorial regime. At this time, under Duvalier regime, the way the system control the media. You cannot speak, even if you say something wrong against Duvalier regime. So they might be arrest you, might be go to jail. Under Duvalier regime, a lot of journalists take refuge, political asylum. It's different. It's different. Over here, we have freedom of speech. We have a religion of speech. So that's different. James Madison, the president, was the first one to make a bill of rights. When he came in with the project with the Senate and the Congress, the House, they passed the bill of rights. So it was James Madison. So it was different, between Haiti. You cannot compare the Haiti with Washington, America. That's different in diplomacy, in democracy, in Bill of Rights, freedom of speech. So you cannot compare that.
Yeah,
so the only problem, the system judiciary is different. You don't forget. So in America, we have only common law system. That's America, common law system. This system, common law.
Give me 1 second to answer that call. Hello, welcome to Celebrate Life. Hello? Hello? Yeah, we lost our correspondent. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, in America, this is a common law system. By example, you see United States, Great Britain, Canada, Nigeria, all those countries are colonized by Great Britain. They practice a common law system. Canada, Great Britain, Nigeria, and all those countries. So in Haiti, the law is a Romano-Germanic. That's different. That's the only case I can say about the different system, Judaism system.
Yeah, and when it's come to Haiti also, I know there's progress was made in terms of separate the church and the government, but some people think that government is still leaning toward an official religion, which is Catholic religion. You feel that?
Yeah, if you go back in 1917, 1789, 49, under Fab Geoffroy government. Don't forget the Roma, the Catholic in Rome, they signed a concordat with Fab Geoffroy to act over 100 years. So when Duvalier came to the power in 1957 and 1959, so that the way they did the concordat supposed to review. So Duvalier didn't sign the concordat because he want all religion, all freedom religion. He say they not can accept only Catholic to be religion in Haiti. All religion they are free. So I know you can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So okay. Yeah, there's okay. I know what you mean. Yeah, freedom. Pastor said that. Yeah, there's a definite separation between.
it's not like separation between government and religion in Haiti. In Haiti, they ask you some skill to be like a priest, pastor, all the stuff. Over here is like there is a separation between religion and government and state and government.
Yeah, and again, thank you for joining Celebrate Live. And part of our recommendation while we are waiting for Mr. Ole to bring a video on First Amendment. So part of my recommendation to all of you is to read the Bill of Rights and the First Amendment and the other amendments, and not only read them but to think about them, to see try to interpret them yourself, to try to see how you apply those in your daily life, to see that if you're in a position of power, if you will make some recommendation. And I'm nervous talking about that because I think that their founding father did a great job, and I know you cannot say never in terms of doing little changes, adjustment. But I don't. I'm a status quo, sometimes status quo guy. I don't like too many changes. Yeah, but again, reading it and look at it and comment it. That's the best way. Comment it with your friend, with your family, with your coworkers, with your schoolmate. Yeah, and that can be very helpful, especially in those time of the year. And I was trying to use the computer to give you a list of country, 10 top country leaders in terms of freedom of speech. And yeah, I'm really on that list. One moment, please. I think I see Jamaica. This is number 10 in the of freedom of speech. Jamaica, that's the Caribbean country. And I think I see the next one is Chile, which is number 9. By the way, there's a lot of Haitians who go to Chile after the major earthquake, because Chile has a very good relationship with Haiti. Not too much difficult to get the permit, the visa to go there. And they say the country of Uruguay. Pastor, have you seen something?
Yeah.
No?
So, next week...
hold on. The country of Uruguay is one of them also. This is number 8 in terms of freedom of speech. We don't know exactly how accurate those information are because it's a study. You might disagree with what Celebrate Live say, but again, we'll be happy to, if you challenge our program, our thinking, our report, and we go back to Europe, Portugal. This is ranked number 7.
Number 7.
And as you know, Pastor, Portugal used to be an empire. It colonized a lot of
countries like Africa, Brazil. Only Brazil he occupied in the Latin America.
In Africa, I think that
Angola,
and Libya.
Libya, not Liberia.
Libya was Italy, right?
No, Liberia.
Not Libya, Libya. No, was it Italy?
Libya was colonized by French,
Yeah, and we have number 6, which is Ethiopia. No, Estonia. Where is that? Is that in Western Europe?
Yeah, it was a part of the bloc Soviet. When they divide,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, be patient so I can you can complete the list. Ethiopia, and this is number 5. America is ranked number 5. Again, you can challenge our program today, our thinking, our report. But we just follow a study here was done. I'll tell you in a minute who done that research, and we continue with that list of country who the position in the world in terms of freedom of speech. And Japan. Yeah, by the way, Japan is very historical for us today because when it's come to freedom of Bill of Rights, and you remember the empowerment of women in the world, and some countries still don't allow women to drive a car. And Japan accept for America an ambassador. She's a woman. What's her name?
The Kennedy,
Caroline.
Caroline Kennedy.
Yeah, she's our ambassador to Japan. Yeah, so a lot of progress has been made. With that respect, I'll probably say 5 minutes left. We'll continue with that report. Pastor, is a great show today. We'll go back to United Kingdom. So number third.
Number third.
Yeah, in terms of our relation, remember our relation with America, United Kingdom, in one of our best ally in Europe. And I will see Washington is checking on his time, but the show is about to be ended. United Kingdom, we continue with the list. Again, thank you for coming to Celebrate Live, the 113th edition. A First Amendment in American tradition. That's how we name it today. So please Google it, read it, comment it. And Australia, Australia. You say rank
Which
number,
place?
number 2 for what?
Number 2?
The second position. I don't think we have time to play the video today, so let me know the time.
All right, they won't be.
How you give to him?
Yeah, but he's only got 3 minutes left, so
Yeah.
I don't understand. We started. But
How
it's
many
fine.
countries you have in Africa?
Africa, I think it's a group or home of 52 countries.
No, it's 58.
It's a
It
nice
now
question. There
It
is
now
no,
has
so
59.
far, none is, and the first one is New Zealand in terms of freedom of speech. So I was giving Mr. Olet while you left for a minute to get the video. The top 10 countries in terms of human rights, in terms of freedom of speech, and we get to New Zealand as number 1, and our friend, a special guest, Washington, asked, what about how many countries in Africa listed?
They're 59.
Maybe no, not in terms of how many countries we have in terms in that list of freedom of speech.
Oh, how many?
So I don't know yet. Maybe if I Google 10 or 20 top countries in terms of human rights,
You might get one.
I get one. But only for the first 10 top,
They're probably South America.
Africa.
I mean, South Africa.
Africa, yeah, probably. Africa is not listed. Probably South Africa.
It is the most democratic.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Mr. Wallet, because Mandela did a good job. Remember, we host Mandela. Was his 73rd edition. It was an honor for him for what he did for his people in terms of bridging people together, and in terms of forgiveness. He's a good guy. So I'll get back to you next week,
Okay.
to see where the rank of the country of Nelson Mandela, which is South Africa. So that's a very beautiful celebration, and thank you for your effort to bring us a video. But you can always make a suggestion, a recommendation to our viewer to Google or try to on YouTube a video on First Amendment.
You'll air it on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you say you can air the First Amendment video on YouTube, and I asked them also to read the Bill of Rights, to read also the Declaration of the Universal of Human Rights, and those things that put us together in our struggle to make the world a better place. Pastor Atta, you are saying something?
Yeah, just one minute. So we're talking about human rights, like about the Bill of Rights, freedom of speech. Probably next week, I maybe have a subject about violence against women. Is part of a women rights violation?
Yeah, I agree.
So what Bible say about violence against women?
Yeah,
This is my next topic.
Yeah, that's very good.
And next week is also Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, no. It is my program. Then after Thanksgiving.
We cannot stop. We cannot. You have to have a program on Thanksgiving. I remember last year it was a beautiful program. I call it an American tradition. Maybe this year the same topic, the same name, but 2014.
We'll get you something.
Yeah, and thank you on advance for that offer. So I cannot thank you enough. I cannot thank you enough. I cannot thank you, Pastor, enough for being part in that beautiful celebration. So make sure that you host it also at home, at your workplace. Ask your friend how you feel about the First Amendment, and try to weigh in it. And then, because as you know that there's so many things going on in the world, and sometimes we feel that there's a need for leadership, and we don't know where that leader is going to be born, to become formed. So it's all for grab. So from Haiti, my hometown, I might go to Haiti next month in January to try to meet my people. I will tell them also I host the First Amendment in America. From Haiti, my hometown, to Africa, to Congo, to Tanzania. From Tanzania to Japan, where Kennedy is serving. I remember Kennedy did a great job work for that country in terms of everything, especially a line-up with the poor. And we are happy to have a daughter serving in Japan as the first ambassador. It's a beautiful news. And from Japan to Ghana, where your son is coming. When he's coming to America?
Hopefully soon.
I hope that you tell him about today, our speech on First Amendment. It's different over there. And to Manchester, New Hampshire, we want to thank all of you who share that program with us, and to thank also the staff of Manchester Public Television, and to thank the entire city for their support to Celebrate Live. And we want to wish all of you a good weekend, and we will see you next week.
Hasta la próxima.